Hi, Terry. How are you?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Wow, this is such a full circle moment for me. I mean, I grew up watching you, loving you. So thank you so much for taking time today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, first off, let's talk all things about your new project, Rumble. I mean, now that it's out for your fans and viewers, how are you feeling?
I feel amazing. I'm really happy that, it was very hard to get this movie done, especially in the pandemic.
Right.
Um, it was because it started with a really big bang, and we were going into the studio, making it happen. I was planning on going to visit the artists, and because every time I do an animated picture, I usually go visit the studio, because I really love, I'm an artist myself. So I like to go watch the things get done and the whole thing. But this thing, as of March of 2020, everything shut down and we were in the middle of this thing. And it was wild. We had to do temp tracks. I was doing temp tracks from my closet and
Like
stuff.
so many people, the closet was the place for all these animation voiceovers.
It was crazy. But this was the wild part, Sienna, was the fact that we knew we couldn't use it. It was
Right.
all temp track. And so I had to do it again once things opened up, but it was so that the artist could actually animate around what I was saying, but
Right.
it wasn't quality enough to go onto the movie. So, oh my God, it was like, are we ever going to get it? Are we going to do it? And no one knew how we were going to do studios again. And everybody was trying to figure out how we were going to do this in a pandemic. And we did it. We did it. It was a testimony to everyone, to the creators, the director. Hamish is amazing.
Right.
And I just thank God that it was able to be done. I mean, the fact that even now that we're talking via Zoom, that technology was able to make these things work for us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I'm super, super grateful. And it was hard, but we did it. And I'm so, so happy.
And you should be so proud. What a great family movie. Now, Terry, I mean, I had the pleasure of speaking with your son, Isaiah, a few months ago. What a great guy. I mean, he's awesome. But, we see in this movie, Rumble, Winnie wanting to follow in her father's footsteps. And we see your sons kind of following in your footsteps. I did see you guys take on the Spider-Man carpet together. So, Terry, I want to know, what is some of your best advice you've given Isaiah in relation to the acting and entertainment industry?
You know, I basically let him know that this is his time. Like
Mm,
for such a time as this is why you are here. A lot of times when you're talking about parents or even grandparents, they're living by rules that don't apply anymore. It's
mm,
just things that are different. Now, principles never change. Principles are things that are always true, are never changing. It's like do good unto others as they would do unto you. You know what I mean? Those kind of things. The golden rule doesn't change, but everything else is changing fast. When I look at the world, I'm going, oh my goodness, this is a different day. And my thing is to never I'm not one of those guys that are always like, oh, these kids today. I'm like, hey, first of all, these kids today are smart. These kids today are intelligent and they know how to navigate what's happening today. In fact, I always ask my son what to do, what's the right move, because he's really, really in tune with what's happening now. And I let him live his life. And he chose entertainment. And the thing I tell them is just principles. I'm like, man, look, always give them more than they pay you for. Go in there and give everything you have and have fun. That's the number 3. Always have fun. If you're not having fun, do something else. And
yep.
that's my rule. I love it. And he's loving it. And I'm so happy watching him just blossom. And it's so awesome.
I love it. You guys are a great duo. Last question for me before I let you go. But what do you think Rumble shows, the underdogs, those that may be considered underdogs?
First of all, it shows that your gift makes its way for you. I mean, your way of doing something, you got to understand, I was an artist and I was an athlete. And a lot of times I would go to football practice and they would be like, what are you doing with those paints? You know, and all that stuff. And then I would go to art class and they were like, yeah, he's just a jock. But when I would blend the two and I became a whole new thing. You know what I'm saying? I never gave up either or. They were each segment was trying to force me into one direction. And I realized, you know what? I can do both. I can paint and I can go to football practice and play sports. So one thing that this is what this teaches you. What you get from Rumble, the fact that he loves to dance will actually be his advantage. You know what I mean? If you do what you were born to do, it's going to work out for you. And I hope all the kids and families out there, even the adults, get that, because that's very important to me.
Absolutely. Like we said, this is such a great family movie. Terry Crews, I am so honored I got to talk to you. So thank you so much for today.
Thank you, Sienna. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.